The topic I want to bring up to you guys is not something that I tout myself as being any kind of expert in. I am not an insurance broker, and this topic does have to do with insurance. However, I think it's wildly important and it fits under the realm of making sure that we're doing the right things financially to protect ourselves, our families, and our futures. So, the thing I want to bring up with you guys today is long-term disability insurance. This is something that, as a self-employed person for the better, all except for 1 year of my professional life, it's not something I've put a lot of thought into because it's never been offered to me as an employee in a major company. So it's therefore just never been something that I've thought about. I was recently listening to a Money with Katie podcast episode, a show that I love and adore and highly recommend, where she talked to a high earner, a person who went through a massive disability claim and thankfully had a very good long-term disability policy that would continue to pay her a substantial amount of income until she reached the age of 65, retirement age. And it really got my wheels spinning. I think about frequently the number of people that I know, love, and have interacted with who are rocking along. Everything is hunky dory. They are earning more than they've ever earned in their entire life. Their families depend on them as the primary breadwinner in their family. And then they get hit with the diagnosis that they did not see coming, obviously cancer or some other form of autoimmune disease or a freak accident, a car accident, a biking accident. I hear about it all the time. Thankfully, we have as a part of Keller Williams, we have an arm of our business that does provide charitable support to people in these situations. But I realize that we're really doing ourselves a disservice by not talking about purchasing and maintaining a long-term disability insurance plan. So I have notes here that I want to be sure that I'm reading specifically because, again, I'm not an insurance broker. I've just gone crazy down the rabbit hole with this. But a couple things to ask yourself and then to ask an insurance broker if you do decide to seek a policy like this. For yourself, I would ask myself, if I couldn't work for 6 months to a year, how would I cover my personal and business expenses? Do I have dependents or family members who rely on me for income? How much financial cushion do I currently have, and how long would it last in the event of an emergency? Am I willing to take the financial risk of being uninsured, or would I rather pay for peace of mind? For me, I asked myself those questions, and considering that I am also a high earner income person, solo entrepreneur, I decided that it is worth seeking long-term disability insurance. Therefore, I also went down a rabbit hole of asking myself, what questions do I need to ask a broker to choose the right policy for myself? Some of those questions might be, again, written down. How much income will my policy replace? How long will those benefits last? What is the waiting period in terms of like how long for those benefits to kick in? Does the policy cover my specific occupation? This is known as own occupation versus any occupation insurance. Wildly important. Are there exclusions or limitations to my policy? And can I adjust my policy as my income continues to grow? These are major points to consider when talking with a broker to make sure that you're getting the type of insurance that makes the most sense for you. I really would encourage you to give a listen to the episode that Money with Katie show put out. That episode is called "The Critical Insurance Many High Earners Don't Realize That They're Missing," and listen to the story with the person that she interviewed to get a feel for the difference in what it would be like to go through a catastrophic event with long-term disability insurance versus a catastrophic event without. I know that we've all experienced this with friends or coworkers or colleagues who have had a major hit to their health. And as I always say, we don't want a health concern or any other kind of crisis to end up being a financial crisis as well. This is crucial. So while the year is kind of coming to a close and things are a wee bit quieter, do yourself a favor. Do not put this off. Go ahead and consider what will it look like to get a long-term disability insurance policy if I don't already have one. And if you do have one, it might be worth looking at what is it possible to raise my income limit.